Catherine has the day off. That's what I'm here for. Catherine Morgan was the other DC in their team. Norman sighed. I'll certainly be relying on your translation skills today. Catherine warned me about that. She also tells me you don't do running, said Winter. Is that right? Well, hopefully there'll be no need to run today. No, I gave up running years ago after I put on so much weight, and I've managed to avoid it ever since. I can't imagine you ever being overweight, said Winter. It's flattering of you to say so, said Norman. But the fact is, I was once twice the man you see before you now. I was depressed, and I just kept eating, with the result that I suffered a heart attack, hence the no running. No shit, said Winter. Was it a bad one? It was bad enough to scare some sense into me, said Norman. I mean, I wouldn't wish it on anyone, but it was certainly a wake-up call. Is that why you originally left? At the time, I had a boss who wanted me out, but had no reason to fire me. She saw my heart attack as the perfect opportunity to push me into early retirement on the grounds of ill health. That doesn't sound right. I didn't think so at the time, but looking back on it now, I think she did me a favour. Really? Sure. I was stuck in a rut back then. It took a while for things to work themselves out, but I'm really happy working with you guys, and with my new life here in Wales. In fact, I can't ever recall being happier, and what more can a man ask for? Anyway, enough about me. What do we know about this place we're going to? It was originally built to house miners. It was a nice little community until the pits closed in the 80s and there was no work. People began to move out, and by the turn of the century, the houses were considered derelict. A developer bought the site in the early noughties, and he's been fighting for permission to redevelop it ever since. How come it's taken so long? A local history group have been campaigning against the redevelopment. They think the site should be preserved as a museum. A museum? Do they seriously think people will come and see it? They see it as an important part of Welsh heritage, Winter said. You know a lot about this for someone who was still a twinkle in his daddy's eye at the turn of the century. I had a grandfather who used to work down the mine. He lived in one of those houses for a while. I heard a bit about it as I was growing up, so I guess I tend to listen whenever I hear it mentioned. How come someone found a body if the place is derelict? They must have finally got planning permission, because the message we got was that they were just about to start demolishing the houses when they found it. What time was that? Asked Norman. About midday, I think. Your background knowledge might come in handy, said Norman. I'm afraid you've probably exhausted my knowledge already, Sarge. What about your grandfather? Maybe he can help, Norman said. He died 10 years ago. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't be. It was a long time ago, and I don't miss him. What about your parents? Mum's from Carmarthen, and Dad's family moved away from the mining community when he was about 10. From what I can make out, he hated the place and couldn't wait to get away. But you do know where it is? Yeah, it's where that turning is up ahead. I've never actually visited it before. Don't sound so worried, said Norman. This isn't a test, and you haven't failed. If I was on my own, I wouldn't have a clue, so any knowledge you have will be of help. Winter indicated, slowed the car, and turned right through a row of trees onto a narrow lane. 100 yards ahead, a 6-feet-tall chain-link fence emblazoned with the name Harding Redevelopments Limited stretched off in both directions. A uniformed PC was standing guard at the gate. Winter wound down his window, identified himself to the PC, and drove in through the gates. He says we have to take the first left, then second right, Winter told Norman. The builders have a porter cabin where they make tea. They've been asked to wait there until we give them the all clear. Are there many of them? Norman asked. About a dozen.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.